Well, hello there. Greetings from New York.
And greetings from California. It's a balmy 60 degrees here. How are you?
I'm great. The sun is shining over here. It's a nice 80 degrees in dirty ass New York. I'm enjoying it.
Not dirty.
It's quite dirty. You know, I live near Times Square.
Oh, but you also live near Chick-fil-A.
Yes, walking distance.
I am walking distance to everything but a Chick-fil-A.
Right. How close are you to a vegan spot?
Oh, steps. Steps. I mean, they just cram vegetables down your throat here. Carrots. I'm telling you.
I'm scared. I think I would starve to death if I stayed a week in San Francisco.
You will get hungry very quickly, and then you become California thin, and then you just mellow out. I will say now when I try to eat fast food, my tongue is like, yeah, what's that?
California thin is a thing, whether it be the diet or the cocaine.
It's that diet. And also you walk everywhere.
I
Like
mean,
more than New York.
yeah, I can see that. Like it with San Francisco, it's long distances too of walking.
You know what it is? It's like walking from our old houses up in Washington Heights to like the ABCD train at 145th and St. Nicholas. Just imagine if instead of every time you left your house, you would go to that train station, you would walk maybe 2 avenues further, and then you're at your destination.
So Hamilton Heights, I know what you're talking about. Like, say from your spot, like the Grange to was that okay to say?
I don't live there anymore. I am a good three.
I don't live there anymore.
Exactly.
You remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
You can give that address out all you want because I don't live there anymore.
But yeah, it would be from the Grange to I would say, you know where the 3 is at the very end, like past the Popeyes on Frederick Douglass. You're going all the way down to the 3.
Yes. No, not that far. It's not that far. I would say like add like 2 more avenues from the Grange to like 145th, and that pretty much gets you everywhere you need to go. Like everywhere I want to go is like a good 15-minute walk, a good strong 15 minutes. There might be a little hill, but it's just 15 minutes. So it's like if I take the bus, it'll actually take longer. So I'll just walk.
Okay.
It is healthier. Like you really do notice like there aren't that many heavyset people here. And it's like, oh, this is what happens when you don't have fast food and everybody exercises all day because all you do is walk.
Well, I look forward to your return to the East Coast.
Yeah. That.
Whenever that happens.
You know, you never know. I mean, I have a friend who said he liked North Carolina, so you never know.
So let's get into these topics. Where should we begin? I guess we should start with Wendy, right?
Let's get the sadness over with.
Yeah. So we had this explosive article come out this past week from the Hollywood Reporter about what really happened behind the scenes with Wendy Williams' final days on air and the show itself. I would say a lot of what was reported from Love B. Scott was actually true. Like she sent them a cease and desist for no reason. Like they were really saying facts.
Well, that's when people get most upset when you spread the truth. Lies you laugh at.
That is true. So they talked to the production company, Debar Mercury, and they say they still to this day don't know what's wrong with her. But of course, it's the disease that she has, as well as some type of substance abuse. I think it's apparent.
I think she went on a bad trip. And sometimes when you take hard drugs, they can cause a psychosis. And I feel like this caused a psychosis, and that's why they call it a trip. Sometimes you don't come back.
What really shocked me was like the alcohol claims where she would hide little bottles everywhere in her office.
Well, it makes sense because it's something that people use to numb the pain when they're going through withdrawal.
Okay. It's just so sad to hear. Like, people tried to frame this narrative that she had her show taken away from her. And according to the article, that's furthest from the truth.
I think we all saw that she was going through some mental deterioration. And it wasn't that the show was taken from her, it's that you couldn't do the show anymore. After that pass out, you had been hanging on by a thread and you should have bowed out gracefully. And I think the added stress of trying to keep it together was just too much. And now you just, fall asleep different places and say podcasts, which is fine. You've got $20 million. Why not? If I
Well,
had $20 million, I'd pass out anywhere I pleased.
well, I heard she still doesn't have access to that $20 million.
Which might be a good thing.
True. So they said in the article, the production company, they never seriously considered having Williams return for the series finale episode. To put her on as a guest or to do a video message from her would be a disservice to Wendy, who is so much bigger than that. Instead, Deborah Mercury opted to air a highlight reel from Williams' time hosting the series, and Shepard introduced the segment and later delivered a heartfelt send-off to Wendy Williams.
A heartfelt send-off, like the heartfelt send-off you gave that child that you sent packing. You don't have a heart for a heartfelt send-off. Not if you're going to have a whole child and then say, you know what, if it don't come with a man, I don't want it. I wonder if she would have put that baby in the orphanage if her husband had died and just hadn't been horrible.
It's not Sherry's fault, though. Like, you keep holding this over her head.
I'm sorry, you throw away a baby, I'm not going to forget about it. I don't even want kids, and I would have been like, well, shoot, I'll take the baby, damn.
Furthermore, they explained their reasoning for that send-off. They said, we knew we really didn't want it to feel like an in memoriam because she's very much alive. We weren't going to do this huge countdown with celebratory balloons because it didn't feel celebratory. And I could get that.
I'm sorry, Debmar Mercury, you dug your own grave. You knew what was going on with that woman behind the scenes, and you kept trying to bring her back. You kept trying to bring her back. You performed necromancy when you finally did bring her back. When you finally got her back, you should have been like, look, we're going to do a one and done. You're going to say, look, I'm tired. I'm older. I've been doing this forever. You could have had her go out on a high note, but you didn't. You wanted to keep your cash cow because you're sorry, miserable, unloving, cruel, conniving, disgusting, despicable beings.
She was given Weekend at Bernie's sometimes when they know that she shouldn't have been on live television.
After the pass out, it should have been, and we're gone.
Well, that happened all the way in what, 2017, I want to say, 2017 or 2018.
And that was the season to end it. They had been propping her up ever since. I'm sorry, if I run the chance of dropping dead on air, please keep me off the show.
That was true. I'm really glad she didn't, because that would have been, it's already a part of television history of her fainting on live TV. I remember before season 13, before she took that long ass break and never came back, I went to the show and it was just so odd. Like, she would be on sometimes and then Norman would be on the side helping her. But during commercial break, she would be so dead behind the eyes. It'll be so weird. And then she was yawning every like 20 seconds.
I wonder if when she had that moment, if that was a stroke.
I don't mean dead behind the eyes as in having a stroke. I just mean like the lights are on and no one's home. Kind of like with Britney Spears when she was like sedated.
That happens also to people who have strokes or mini strokes. Like, there's a delay in the cognition. I could actually see that. Maybe there's been like a mini stroke or something that we haven't been informed about, but that would actually make sense with her behavior, with the delay that she has.
Well, I remember that interview she had with Jocelyn? Like, she seemed pretty on point there. Like, she was going back and forth with her. And this was like around, I want to say after lockdown. Like she seemed cognitive there.
You can have brief moments of sanity after a stroke. You're not insane. You just aren't able to articulate the way you used to.
Well, I'm not a professional. I don't want to diagnose her, you know?
I'm just trying to come up with what happened. I think we're all trying to figure out what happened, like the Hollywood Reporter, but we're seeing that now alcohol was a part of it. Drugs seem to be a part of it. Debmar Mercury was a part of it, just propping her up, stressing her out.
I want an unauthorized, like a movie of Wendy Williams. Have they had one yet? Like a non-authorized movie?
No, I really wish they'd release that movie that they did of her life with Robin Givens playing her.
Yes, I forgot about that.
They need to release that. Oh my God, I am so mad she didn't release it. I am so mad. God, that was everything.
Again, like hopefully this podcast comes out at some point. Podcast.
We're wishing you well, Wendy. We're wishing you well.
Podcast.
I love shopping online because who's got time to leave the house these days? But when I do leave the house, I want to be well rested. And you know how important sleep is to our overall health and wellness. So I'm going to tell you about Ghostbed. Their products are amazing, and I can't wait to introduce you to the best beds in the game. I felt incredibly rested this morning because I fell asleep on my Ghostbed pillow. And let me tell you, it is 9:01 a.m. and I'm chipper. I'm chipper. And I can definitely tell you, it was that pillow that soothed me right to sleep. Their products are quality and comfort at an affordable price. It's a family-owned business who are true sleep experts with over 20 years experience. You've got a 101 night at home sleep trial where you can try it out for 101 nights. And if you don't like it, you can send it back and get your money back. No hard feelings, easy return. Free shipping on most orders, and they send off within 24 hours.
So to find your perfect mattress, check out ghostbed.com/roast. Right now, Ghostbed is offering our listeners 40% off Ghostbed bundles where you get a mattress and adjustable base, or 30% off site-wide. That is 30% off all mattresses plus 2 luxury pillows using promo code ROAST at ghostbed.com/roast. Hurry and take advantage of these savings. That's ghostbed.com/roast and use promo code ROAST. Lord, I feel like we reported this maybe 2 times already, but now it's official. Tevin Campbell has officially come out the closet. Like he said it himself this time. Right?
I am so glad. You know, I'm happy for him. I've always been out. I never had a chance to be in. Like, I remember my grandfather told me at 16, somebody told him I was gay at 4. At 4. They said to him, you know, your grandson's gay. I remember vividly having this conversation with him. I had not come out, but he was telling me, I know, and I love you, and I know.
I'm just happy artists like him, Queen Latifah, Da Brat can just live their greatest lives. And I hope Missy Elliott is next. But
wait, Queen still ain't officially come out.
Well, I think she did. She thanked her partner in front of everybody at the BET Awards.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she put a little leg out of the closet. But this is what Tevin Campbell said on his podcast or somebody else's. He says he praises stars such as Lil Nas X and Frank Ocean who have found success in R&B and hip hop while also being openly queer. It wasn't like that in the 90s, but I'm glad I get to see it. I'm glad that's changing. There are a lot of kids, especially young Black boys, that need to see representation. They're not being taught to love themselves because of who they are. Lastly, he says, what makes me happiest right now is how far I've come in life. You know, there are a lot of child stars that don't make it, but a lot of us do, and the fact that I've embraced me. When he puts it like that, I'm just really happy for him.
I'm happy for him too. And he still sings. I think he does like plays and stuff.
Okay. I mean, I would love to see him in concert, you know, or like, it's just nice to know that he did the Goofy movie. Like a power line, like we have that.
We do have that. And we have his hits. We will always have, can we talk for a minute? Like, no, you made your mark, sir. Maybe now you can come out with some ballads with some correct lyrics, because Billy Porter has an R&B album where he's singing to women. And it's just fun to go back and watch those videos.
Oh, yes.
He was acting his ass off.
Can you imagine if Luther was with us right now? I just wish he would, have come out as well before he passed to live his best life.
Yes.
I remember when he was beefing with En Vogue.
I remember he called the police on them. And if that ain't a sissy, I don't know what is.
Staying in music news, Nicki Minaj is set to get another #1 this week.
Congratulations.
And happy birthday.
It's so good to see. No, it's not. You married a felon.
I mean, that Super Freaky Girl song, I tried. I really did. It just sounds very juvenile. It sounds lazy. It sounds beneath her talent. But her barbs are a bunch of yes people. So what they've been doing is buying up the song multiple times. She decreased the price of the song so people can buy it. It's 69 cents instead of $1.29.
So she ain't making no money off of it. She just paying Apple.
She just wants the #1. That's what she wants. And it's just like, really? Just so it can free fall the second week to number 89.
And then it's forgettable art. I want to make good art. I don't care if it tops the chart or not. Does the audience like it?
Right. Like, that's what annoys me so much. Like, her fans are encouraging this lazy ass music.
I have to say, at least Beyonce thinks about her music. And when she comes out with it, she's like, this is my art. I don't care if it goes #1 or not. If it does, great. But did I make something that the audience enjoys? I will give Beyonce that as an artist. Nicki, you're just trying to be #1. And if you really want to be #1, just make good art that people enjoy and you'll be #1 in their heart.
Well said, because she is talented. A lot of people, try to call us haters or something, but I'm just reporting the facts. She decreased the price of the single. She encouraged her fans to buy up the clean version as well as the explicit one. And she released the Roman remix where she added a shitty verse at the end. So now that, as well as the clean version of that remix, is all in the top 4 of iTunes. Like, she wants a hit at all costs. It's just so desperate. And I just think, how long has she been in the game? Like 15 years now? Like, why are you doing this?
You really should be making art for art's sake. Like, now you don't have to grind like that. You have nothing to prove.
I don't know. But whatever. Let her live her life with her felon and her new child.
Yeah.
I just want her to fix that ass. Because it's giving ant butt. Or ant booty, whatever.
This is an example of sometimes you just got to put your own foot in the door. Tasha Campbell gave a great story. I forget whose podcast / radio show she was on, but she gave a great story of friendship and tenacity on how she got her role on My Wife and Kids. So Tasha Campbell and Tashina Arnold have been best friends since they were on Broadway in Little Shop of Horrors. They were like 15, 16. They've been doing it ever since. Props to them. Tashina got the audition for My Wife and Kids, and Tasha didn't. So Tasha called Tashina, and she was like, girl, I'm going to come with you. And she's like, okay, let's ride. So Tasha goes to the guy that's running the audition and she's like, hey, do you have the paperwork for, Tasha Campbell? And he's like, no, you're not on the list, but we got a whole bunch of people that look like you here. So I'm going to just give you this script and let you read. Sometimes you just got to slip in, act like you belong there, and the job is yours.
But wait, Tashina was up for the role too?
Yup.
And she didn't mind that her friend got it.
That's real friendship.
Okay, yeah. I'd be a little like, oh, damn, I kind of wanted it, but you know what? That's my homegirl. She can have it.
In this business, you want it to go to who it's best for. because that means the job will keep lasting. I wouldn't want to get a job where I was like, no, Chris is going to be better for that. Give it to him, because that way the show will keep going. You do it with me, it's only going to last 2 seasons. And then I'm out of a job anyway.
Okay, that's fair. But speaking of Tasha Campbell, like I just finished Uncoupled on Netflix like a few days ago. It was an easy binge watch. You should really watch it. It's really good, actually.
Really? I had been meaning to get to it.
It's good. Like it's by the same people as Sex and the City. It has that New York vibe. Neil Patrick Harris and his man of 17 years, they're living in Gramercy Park. They break up. And then Neil Patrick Harris is now 50 years old, trying to guide New York being single. Tasha Campbell is his work associate. So she's not the typical Black sidekick. Like they're equal. Like they're partners, like in Brokers. It's an easy watch. It's 30-minute episodes.
Oh, okay. All right. 30-minute episodes. I'm in.
I think you should actually review it.
I might have to. I was thinking about reviewing it, and then I got into American Horror Stories, and I'm actually, they had 2 episodes where I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Girl, what are you doing? But this last one, Electra came back and played Bloody Mary. Her acting has gotten better.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was an all-Black cast this episode.
Jeez, I got so much shit in my queue right now.
I know, but I love it also because it was very non-stereotypical.
And we love that.
It was much more like, no, these are Black girls in real life. Like it was very realistic. It wasn't too over the top this or over the top that. And it allowed you to focus on the story and the acting, and all those girls, they did their thing.
I will check it out right after I finish Ms. Marvel, and I get to She-Hulk, and then I'm gonna get to American Horror Story.
Oh my God, Brian messaged me about She-Hulk, and he was like, "It's my new Ally McBeal."
It's exactly what that is.
Okay,
but back to music. So T.I. made headlines because he punched one of the Chainsmokers in the face for attempting to kiss him on the cheek.
Well, I can't believe the Chainsmokers are tall. I can't believe he was able to even bend down that far to kiss T.I.'s cheek. And it couldn't have hurt.
I get it, respecting personal space, but we know that T.I. is a homophobe. It just doesn't surprise me that he reacted that way violently.
I'm not surprised because he liked it. That's why he reacted that way. He liked it. The Chainsmokers are cute.
I agree. They're cute for white boys, but I wouldn't mind if they kissed me on the cheek. And then there was actually, I was in a situation where I was being introduced to someone's friends, and I usually start out with a handshake, and then after we hang out and everything, it's a hug goodbye. But immediately, this white person, they kissed me on both sides of the cheeks. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. I didn't feel like I was violated, and, I get that I'm gay too, and maybe like a straight person wouldn't respond to that very well, but I can't imagine a straight person like just automatically punching someone in the face.
Right.
But the guy said, he took it on the chin, literally, and he didn't mind, and he's still cool with T.I. And I think T.I. trying to do some damage control. I think he didn't deny it, but he said he does welcome the Chainsmokers on his show or platform or whatever.
Exactly. They have hits upon hits. And also they're very non-problematic. So T.I., calm down. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but don't we have a picture of Lil Wayne and Baby kissing on the lips?
On the lips.
On the lips. If he gave you, how are you? Like, girl, please.
I mean, are they from America?
I think they're Canadian.
Okay, because I would think like if they're European, then it probably would make even more sense.
Yeah.
Oh God, any story about T.I. just makes my skin crawl and my ass itch. Seriously.
Solange Knowles has made history as the first Black woman to compose an original score for the New York City Ballet. And I can't wait to hear original music from a Knowles. I mean, no sampling, no other inspiration, just true art that she came up with from her brain, her true brainchild. I cannot wait for my ears to hear it. I really can't. Solange, I would have to say, is the most creative in the family. What? What?
You know that's a goddamn motherfucking lie. You know, like say she's the most talented knows. And sampling,
I did not say that. I said the most creative.
Whatever. Sampling is an art form, especially when you give credit to where credit is due to the Black queer community. Period. Okay? Let's not today. It is a sunny, nice day in New York. Don't kill my vibe. Do not break my soul. But congrats to Solange. Like if I can catch the show, I think it's at Lincoln Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll check it out. You know, like it's something different.
And also, this is wonderful because this is going to be music that Black belly dancers dance to for eons.
And I'm glad she's able to thrive outside of her sister's shadow.
Yes, that's a long shadow to escape. We can't get out from under it on this show, hell. Hell, for only 5'6". How am I living in her shadow?
Oh, Lord.
Although I'm more like Solange because I write my own music.
We're going to move on. So,
well, actually, no, my last hit was inspired by Faith Evans, My Condoms. My condoms, I love them, because they keep me living strong, keep my blood clean all day long. My condoms, well, I love them, because they keep me living strong, keep the feces off my dong. My condoms.
That's a new one. That is a new one. When did you use that?
This week.
On what episode?
Married to Medicine, when they warned Quad about syphilis.
Okay. I was like, do people use condoms anymore? Is that still a thing?
I do.
Okay, look, I don't want to tell too much of Chris's business on here, but I know like someone looked at me crazy when like I brought condoms up in a situation. They even had the nerve to call me juvenile for wanting to wear condoms. I don't want to put them on blast here, but it's whatever.
Child, I ain't made it to 39 just whistling Dixie.
Exactly. I'm going to move on. That's Patreon discussions. So Zoe Kravitz says she regrets speaking on the slap by Will Smith, because you remember on Twitter, they went after her. Ooh, it was a dragon. I don't think she deserved it.
I mean, I've always said shutting up is free.
Well, according to her, she says it's a scary time to have an opinion or to say the wrong thing or to make controversial art or statements or thoughts or anything. It's mostly scary because art is about conversation. That should, in my opinion, always be the point. The internet is the opposite of conversation. The internet is people putting things out and not taking anything in.
And you were putting things out and not taking things in, because this wasn't about art. It was about a slap. We weren't debating a movie, a television show, a painting, or a poem. We were talking about somebody who got slapped on stage. You put your nose in somebody else's business and you got put on blast. Simple as that, lady.
I still didn't think she deserved it just for having an opinion. I think she was just being sarcastic.
She makes too much money to have an opinion. When you're that famous, you shut the fuck up. You can have an opinion with all your friends. You are a business. I have opinions on a lot of things too. Do you know what I do? I shut my mouth because I have sponsors. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. I got a whole lot to say about some shit, but I'm like, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Because shutting up is free, but talking can cost you. You could have told all your friends, I can't believe he did that. You did not need to get on your platform, AKA your business, and put that out. Because everybody gonna be like, wait, I'm sorry, wasn't you trying to mess with Jaden Smith when he was 12? Didn't you say something stupid too? So I'd shut up. And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. One of the ways I take care of my mind and decompress is playing games on my phone and watching true crime videos on TikTok. They're short, it's fun, I get a little bit of entertainment, I have something to do with my hands, and it just allows me to not think about Erica Jane's next move. And once I've done that, I'm ready to come back to the show and give you all I've got. How we care for our minds affects our everyday life, it affects our work performance, and it affects how we interact with those that we love. There are plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language, taking some time for yourself, and there's also BetterHelp online therapy. BetterHelp has helped me through grief and procrastination issues, and they can help you too. It was very easy for me to find a therapist. I simply went onto the website, filled in which areas in life I was having issues with. They suggested therapists to me. I chose one, and we were chatting in under 48 hours. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even chat-only therapy sessions, so you don't have to see someone on camera and you don't have to wait in a waiting room at a therapist's office. And it's much more affordable than in-person therapy.
And for our Pop Roast listeners, you get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/roast. That's betterhelp.com/roast. So the Housewives of Dubai reunion looks have come out, and I would love to know your opinion on them.
Chanel Iann looks the best, and there's really nothing else to say. I mean, I haven't even seen it. Like, there's Naomi Campbell, Iman, Chanel Iann, like these are like, you know, the most beautiful, like they're not even human. They're so beautiful. That's like comparing people to gods. It's just not fair.
But she did win Best Dress.
Every day of her life, she could wear a potato sack and she will win Best Dressed. It's not what she wears, it's her poise. Oh God, breathtaking. Just breathtaking. What the hell? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's go. Here we go.
We already told you with Chanel Iman. Freudian slip. We already told you what Chanel Iann is wearing. Like, she's wearing this beautiful, like, highlighter gown dress.
Yeah, it is the color of highlighter. It's highlighter and gold. And then she's got the beautiful long ponytail. It's just the poise.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to just go from right to left?
Okay.
I think Sarah looks so poised and definitely representative of her culture in this dress.
It's cute, but I don't need the feather here. Is that feather or is that just the photo?
Yeah, it looks like feathers on the breast. I don't know why.
It's the light. Okay. She looks good. I like the soft pink. Who's the other one?
Nina.
Nina.
It's cute. It's just nothing special about it.
Yeah, there's nothing special about it. It looks like you're going to Target and then maybe out to dinner after. Like, I know you think you're doing something with this split, but you ain't. It needs more. You need to have more of a waist. If the waist was cinched, it would work.
So someone said that Robin Dixon had this exact same dress.
But it looks so much different on a woman.
So let's talk about Lisa and what she's wearing, because it looked like her and Chanel, they coordinated.
Lisa.
See, I like it, but I don't like the cleavage part. I think it should have been raised a little bit higher. It's definitely giving City Girl in Miami.
Yeah, this is a Love and Hip Hop reunion dress, not a Bravo reunion dress. And you're just too beautiful of a girl to rely on your chest that much. It's overdone. It's too much tit. It's just too much tit. We're too classy for that over here. You give a hint. Like Chanel Iann, she's giving a hint. She's not giving you full bust. This is giving areola. We're not tuning in for areola. Now, if you want to go on Love and Hip Hop, you can. But right now, this is something Yandy would have on. Do you want to be like Yandy? I don't think so. And now Brooks.
Oh my God. Let's start from the top. That crown, that sad ass flimsy crown.
It's Ursula's crown from The Little Mermaid.
And the
sea witch wants it back.
This dress is horrendous.
It's as ugly as her mothering.
Oh, you are just going for blood today. Jesus. Oh,
I'm sorry. Caroline Brooks is nothing but high-end neglect. She's Moniece with more money. The fact that the fact that Sarah was over there and was like, you need to be closer with your child. And this is an 11-year-old. This is an 11-year-old. It's not like he's 15 or 16 where, you're breaking away from your parents. This kid is 11 and he is starved for the love of his mother, but she does not have time because she's chasing husband number 3. I'm sorry, we all saw it. I'm just going to call a thing a thing.
What else I hate about this dress is the slip that is showing, or ooh, I'm not sure if that's intentional.
Like the slip that was showing when she showed no love for her child at that dinner. To slip in showing, that's her theme. Slip show. Go and send that kid off to boarding school just so you don't have to deal with it. That's the slip that's showing.
This is a fail. Like, I bet she thought she was doing the damn thing.
She thought she was doing the damn thing when she came on the show trying to get husband number 3.
Well, husband number 2. So Sarah had 2 husbands. Brooks only had 1. Just for clarity.
Okay, I'm only gonna have 1 too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, this dress is a complete fail. The only person that deserves a crown is Iann. And last and certainly least, I don't know what the fuck she's wearing. What the fuck is this?
A failure. It's something that a 67-year-old influencer wears thinking she looks fly. It looks like something that the moths should have eaten.
Look at them knees.
I'd rather not. Let her blouse look at her knees. Those knees are hard-worn knees. Those are old gray mare knees.
If you zoom in, like, they look like faces. I don't like the shoes either. This is worst dress for me. What was she thinking?
I don't know. It's so drab. It's so dark. It's so shapeless.
Yeah. I mean, this was an easy win for Iann.
Sure is.
So moving on, what did you think about the Housewives of Beverly Hills? Like, I heard Garcelle went in.
Oh.
She clocked in that episode.
When Erica said, well, were you saying it out of concern or were you trying to make me look bad? And when she said, just rolled right off the tongue, Erica, you make yourself look bad. I don't need to help you with that. The look on Rinna's face, she went.
And Kyle.
Their jaws were dropped the whole night. Garcelle was having none of it. And she wasn't reading. Garcelle knows how to throw out a quick statement where it's like, look, there's no anger, there's no animosity. I'm just calling the thing a thing. Like, I'm not going to let you think you can get me to muss my pearls. She gave that, I'm not mussing a pearl, but you ugly, baby.
I mean, I think that they were just surprised someone was talking to Erica like that because they're scared of her.
Exactly. And Erica was trying to get a moment out of Garcelle. And Garcelle was like, I truly don't care.
She was like, blow up your life. All that was missing at the end was bitch. Like, she was handling all of them, like Diana, Rinna, just light work. I was just like, okay, Garcelle. First season, I was like, okay, she needs to participate more. Second season, I'm like, she's participating, but I need her to clap back. And then this season, it's like, she is a housewife. She is a staple on this show. She is producing along with Kyle. Bravo.
I have to say, her not letting Kyle stir the turd and not letting Erica get away with her mess, along with Sutton. I have to give it to Sutton, because when Sutton said, oh, you want to talk about liabilities? Well, I actually did get a call from a lawyer about one of the lawsuits that you're involved in, because you're involved in many. And then for the Chip Heifer to say, oh, that was a low blow. Telling the truth is never a low blow. Telling what is in the New York Times is not a low blow. It's not like this wasn't information that was out and she's trying to bring a secret on camera. That is a low blow. It's stuff we all know. There's been a 2-year YouTube video economy based around these lawsuits.
You're right. I mean, she held that in her back pocket. She was waiting for that.
She was like, oh, liability, you say?
Well, actually.
Mm-hmm. That was one of the best well actuallys I ever saw.
I enjoyed that episode a lot. And now we have the Aspen trip to look forward to. I just can't wait to hear what Kathy said.
Me too. I think, though, I heard an interesting theory that because Kathy is closer with Garcelle than the other girls, that may be why they're going after Kathy. Because we haven't heard anything from anybody that Kathy would have offended. So this may just be a story that the Fox Part 5 is coming up with because they're not a fan of Kathy Hilton. And Kathy does what Kathy wants to do.
And they're probably mad that she's friend of making housewife full-time money.
Probably.
They was like, oh, we're going to make you work for this check then.
Rinna will always do that. Rinna will always try to really pull you in.
And it's crazy because like she's brought so many women on the show just to backstab them. I don't get it.
Because otherwise she wouldn't have a plot line.
That's true.
She knows she can't get rid of the core cast, so she brings on somebody to beef with and then get rid of.
You're right. Oh, and can I just give a shout out to Married to Medicine? They are low key the most underrated show on Bravo. Like they have an extremely consistent cast. They've been delivering every episode. I've been hollering.
I have been enjoying it too, even watching Cecil Kidsforce Whitmore and Simone Dinah Shore Whitmore play at They Lavender Marriage.
I love Simone. I think she's my favorite cast member on the show.
I would say, yeah, Simone's definitely bringing it.
I like the new girl, Audra. She literally like shut Toya up at the table.
Ooh, thank God. I like her too.
I'm afraid for her though because I think she almost got physical with Toya, and I think they kicked her off. I'm not sure. Hopefully they don't. Because I think she's a great addition to the show.
She is, and didn't Toya and Mariah get to scrapping
on the first season?
Yep. So that's not a reason to put somebody off.
Exactly. That's a reason to keep them on.
Yeah, somebody that'll get on Toya's nerve because she's gotten too big for her britches.
And how can anybody forget your lesbian relationship, bitch? Like, I'm going to look up that video clip right after this. And lastly, news from Salt Lake City. So Meredith Marks was interviewed, and she said that she was surprised by Jen Shah's guilty verdict. Really, Heffa? Really? So,
doesn't she have a whole law degree and you read those charges and now you want to act surprised? I think this is just her white woman way of disengaging and trying to pretend to be a loyal friend.
Meredith Marks admitted that she was surprised by the last-minute plea from Shah, who had proclaimed her innocence both on television and in court. Quote, obviously, I'm surprised. I think probably everybody's surprised. I don't think anyone was expecting that. She also added that her and Shah haven't spoken over the phone since the guilty plea. We've texted a little, but I have not any.
We going to hell.
I'm gonna get it. We've texted a little bit, but I have not had any conversations with her. Okay, I quit. She says I've been out the country and she's now been getting her oldest son settled at medical school. And so I have not actually talked to her. She's just trying to save face, basically.
For real.
What happened to all that rah-rah like last season? Like, you're guilty, bitch. I'm not speaking to you. I don't want to be associated with you. To her being friends with her on the third season.
Because this way she can look good on Jen's way out. Because they probably gonna film her going to the clean.
I think so too. I hear it's coming up soon. Like Salt Lake City is coming up, as well as Potomac. They're going to be replacing Atlanta and Beverly Hills.
Oh, great. Just in time for the holidays.
Yeah. Like, I forgot how long, like, housewives be running, especially Beverly Hills. They're at their, like, 15th week.
Yeah, and they run for, like, 23, 24 with the reunion.
Right. That's a long-ass fucking time.
It's half a year.
Almost, yeah. Like, including, like, a 4-part reunion, yeah.
Yeah, and this is going to be 4-part. Oh, what do you think about the rumors that Erica, Crystal, and Dorit are going to be off next season?
So long, heifers. So long. Like I said in my review that they need to cut 3 housewives, demote 1, and promote 1. Well, promote a friend.
Who would be the friend to promote? Sheree?
Sheree.
Okay. I could see
And
her bringing it.
Crystal, she needs to be out. Diana, of course. And either take out Dorit or demote her, or take out, I think Rinna needs a pause. I really do.
I would say Rinna needs a pause, but we need Rinna. She's not afraid to get in there, get her hands dirty. You need somebody like that, like you need a Kenya. You need somebody that's not afraid to be a villain, because Kyle is the Lisa Vanderpump now. She always wants to keep her hands clean. Rinna will get down in the mud with you, and you need that. Otherwise, it gets boring.
I will take you down.
Right.
Oh, a nut.
Well, on that note, we will see you sooner than San Francisco sees 80 degrees.
And I'll see you sooner than a Nicki Minaj fan sees an education. Bye, y'all.
Bye.